How difficult is it to put on 10 pounds of muscle in 1 month? Well, I put this question to the test with an old-fashioned experiment, but in a practical sense.
Most of us aren't professional athletes or extreme bodybuilders, and our schedules can get busy with work, school, raising children, and the other daily responsibilities that consume our time. So really, the experiment here is to see if 10 pounds of mostly muscle can be gained without extreme alterations to a normal day. That means no meticulously counting calories, or popping ridiculous amounts of supplements, or spending hours upon hours in the gym. This task has to be something that people could do with an average schedule. Simple workouts, simple eating, and simple recreation.
I offer you the story of what I experienced, the methods, the results, and the 3 cornerstones of thought that got me through it all. Each of us is fighting a battle that is unique to us, whether it deals with fitness or otherwise. So I'm sure there's something you could pick up to help you out along the way.
But not that. Definitely don't do that.
Hey there, I'm Koaw, and this channel is all about sharing what I learned from my interactions and explorations in our world, because a little bit of knowledge is always a good thing. 3 years ago, I was very close to dying, and after having faced the true fragility of my mortality, I made changes as to how I would approach life. Life is all about learning and sharing, and so about a year ago I created this YouTube channel so that I could share what I know and what I learn about nature, other cultures, fishes, and other cool tidbits of information for anyone who cared to enjoy learning about that sort of thing. Some people might say I wasted my college education, like those guys. I just say I'm doing things a little bit differently with a bit more freedom. And yes, right now I am a bearded future Koaw, but do not be alarmed, I did not become a lumberjack or join a biker gang after this muscle gain experiment. So why am I doing this experiment? Well, I'm a nerd and I love doing experiments. I've done some weird ones, trust me. Secondly, I want to show that positive change can occur with a little bit of effort and a little bit of time. And finally, I want to give my viewers the opportunity to know me better on a personal level, and so that maybe I can get to know them a little bit better too. Hello. I'm curious what you all are going to think of this.
Experiments need a hypothesis, or an educated guess as to what will occur. Measuring difficulty here is purely subjective. That is, it depends on the individual and what that person considers as easy and difficult. So quantifying something like difficulty is a loose approximation. But my hypothesis is that gaining 10 pounds of muscle in 30 days will fall somewhere just above the mid-area of easiness and difficulty, where easy is that it doesn't cause me any problems, discomfort, or use up too much of my free time, and hard is that I become very burdened, feel much discomfort, and all of my free time is consumed.
Okay, I'm gonna add a brief disclaimer. I'm not a medical doctor or a licensed fitness trainer, so although all my methods of this experiment are safe and easy, if you wanna try this at home, I suggest seeking a professional consultant. Secondly, I want to say that I'm very appreciative of you viewing this video, and I'd love to read any comments that you may have. I will read them and I will respond to them, even if you want to say, hey Koaw, you missed this spot right over there. Oh, and if you are a busy person like me and you want to watch this video but you don't have time, just like the video and it gets saved in your bookmarked videos, and it's really easy to come back to. Whatever your positive fitness goals are, I wish you the best.
The methods are simple. work out 4 times a week or so, eat plenty of food often, and ingest protein shakes around workouts, record weights in the morning and night, and briefly describe what was eaten that day. The experiment can't get in the way of other daily responsibilities. And don't stress about the progress. It's an experiment. There is no wrong answer, only discovery. Oh, and of course, I have to film for all of you. For the first morning, I weigh in at 151.5 pounds. That means in 30 days from this morning, or in only 720 short hours, if I do not weigh 161.5 pounds, then I was not able to accomplish the weight gain task within the parameters of the experiment.
Okay, so this is the first day I have a cold, so this might not be the most opportune time to start this project, but at the same time, it's all about willpower. If you don't start now, then you'll never start. Life is about choices in the moment. And so I'm gonna eat a lot, always make sure I have food in my stomach, and I'm gonna work out later, a light workout, because I haven't done any sort of heavy workout in a very long time. So I'll be smart about this, but I'm still gonna do it.
My little trainer buddy there is already hard at work, telling me to eat my food. I've never been a big man. I'm approximately 5'11", and my body always wants to fall back to 152 pounds. Gaining weight is actually tough for me with my metabolism. And I'm in my early 30s, so I'm already past my physical prime. That is, my hormone production, i.e. testosterone, is no longer at its peak for ideal muscle growth.
Alright, so this dark dungeon behind me is my workout room. And I haven't been in here in months. I've been traveling, so some cats while I was gone all over my equipment, and can't use that. My hand wraps, some other stuff. So I'll work with it.
For day 1, I did a very light workout, making sure to stretch my muscles thoroughly and not do anything my body wasn't ready to do. The cold was unexpected, and so I really couldn't push my body too hard and end up sicker. Later I had some protein, and before I went to bed I recorded my weight. With that said, I'll share the first cornerstone of my ideology. We should never stop bettering ourselves. No matter the existing age, education, ethnicity, religion, socioeconomic status, or gender, we should always seek to improve ourselves on a daily basis, both physically and mentally, and for many, spiritually. This experiment offers a convenient way to monitor a method of myself undergoing a bettering.
Okay, it's morning 4. That means I've had 3 days to eat a lot of food. I've worked out each one of those 3 days. I've also been sick for each one of those 3 days, which has sort of been hindering my progress. But let's take a look at my weight. Remember, I was 151.5 to start. And this says I'm 156. So that's 4.5 pounds of weight gain in those since morning number 1, which that's not muscle. That's right now. It's mostly just the fact that I'm well hydrated, I'm well fed, I have a full digestive system. So it's good though. It'd be bad if I looked at the scale and the weight was lower. Alright, so it's day 5. I took a rest day yesterday. Today I'm going to knock up a notch on the intensity of the workouts. I'm going to take this to a medium. I want to get a bit of a sweat going, do some cardio, but at the same time I want to do these high intensity reps. And of course, I'm gonna do it with resistance, with weights, because that aids in gaining muscle. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Here I'll show you a typical workout. It's about being efficient with time. That means only spending around 40 minutes in one day working out. Circuit training, like shown here, is a great way to work out multiple muscle groups and do cardio in very little time. Of the 24 workouts I'll complete in these 30 days, my average daily workout was only 42.5 minutes. A bar is a great way to work the core and back muscles. And hitting the bag works various muscle groups and contributes to getting the heart beating.
Alright, so I'd say it was about 40 minutes of a fairly intense workout, say medium. Everything smells like cat, including my hands, because the gloves that I was using for the bag were just drenched in cat. So, you know, that's one of the things about anything in life. You can make excuses. I could have said, hey, it smells like cat in here, I'm not going to work out. No. Excuses will always limit you. Never, never. My little gym not only comes with smelling like cat, but I've also got my own little zoo going on. Is that not a fabulous looking creature?
Gaining or even losing 10 pounds of weight in 1 month is an ambitious goal for any individual. Many of us just want to get in better shape so that bathroom mirror is a bit less daunting, myself included. But often, those hopes never reach fruition because of, well, excuses. That brings me to my life ideology number 2. No lies. As humans, lying is natural for us. It is hardwired into our bioneurological makeup, an advantageous quality preserved by evolution. But truth, believe it or not, is a much more powerful tool to harness for self-betterment and for the betterment of everyone. When we lie to ourselves, that is often detrimental. Lies lead to excuses, and too often excuses are only unwarranted justifications. My spouse is going to eat 2 burgers with fries, so I should be able to as well. It's cold outside. Tomorrow will be better. There are, of course, reasonable excuses. However, considering that the World Health Organization reports that 1 in 3 people in the United States are obese, and almost 3 in 4 people in the United States are overweight, I would wager that a fair percentage of the US population is deeming too many lame excuses as reasonable.
Alright, so it's been officially 1 week on this project trying to gain 10 pounds of muscle. I weighed in just now at 156.5, which is 5 pounds heavier than the first morning when I weighed in. I'm pretty confident that a good deal of that is muscle, because this morning I cleared my system, so I'm actually not that hydrated right now. I need to get hydrated and get some more food in me, but the constant eating is probably more annoying than anything else in this project. Typical breakfast is banana, milk, cereal. Normally I don't eat breakfast. I really don't like breakfast. But I have to gain weight.
Another day, another workout. Everything went well. That was until I strained one of my hamstrings.
Well, I jacked up one of my hamstrings. So, ice shower right away, then heat. Gotta keep an eye on that. It's not good. Not good.
This injury could set back my entire project. No matter the injury, I've got to keep progressing as I can. Two of the staple parts of my diet have been chicken breasts and broccoli. That's muscle food 101.
So it's day 13. I'm at 157.5 morning weight, which is 6 pounds since the first weigh-in. I have no appetite. I'm not hungry, but the important thing about this is to constantly have food in your stomach. And I do understand that's a first world problem. And I'm fortunate that I can actually do this experiment and eat plenty of food. So on the Sunday morning, my thoughts are with the people in Florida right now getting wrecked by the hurricane and the animals there, and the people that have already been wrecked by the previous hurricane in the islands and Texas and all that. So I'll eat, think about them. So a good model for health is my grandfather right here. Now he's gonna be 94 in a couple weeks, and he's always had a different sort of exercise regime than I have had, but he's always been an active man, and he still takes walks, and he'd like to get out and do some more swimming in the summer, but we'll see. Cal, if you had to give people advice on a healthy lifestyle to live into the 90s, what would your advice be?
The one simple thing is keep moving.
Keep moving.
Yeah, that's whether you're a real athlete or just trying to avoid putting on a lot of fat. Keep moving is the number one.
All right, you heard him. Keep moving.
Per my grandfather's advice, I kept moving, getting a decent workout in, being careful not to further injure my sore hamstring.
So the overeating is one of the things that I don't like about this project, but the second part is the cold showers. I detest cold water. Oy. But it's good for the muscles.
Sometimes a little surprise shows up in the workout room. This is LP, my little trainer. She is enthusiastic about fitness, and that is awesome. We'll just have to work on her form a little bit.
Cut out. Don't take your picture, okay? Okay, lista? Pero al brazo. Ya no veo. ¿Es un poquito? Poquito.
The next day's workout would be managed by the little trainer as well. And she is a tough trainer.
Alright, so it's morning 16. That means the first half of this project is over. And I just did my weigh-in. Let's look at that. And the weird thing about this weigh-in is that I kept fluctuating between 157.5 and 158.5, which also leads me to discuss that I think the scale I have is not that consistent, which is a horrible thing to have when you're trying to do an experiment involving measurements. But this is a soft experiment, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm happy that I'm gaining weight, and I definitely feel stronger and better. I've noticed definitely the chemical changes in me. I'm getting acne everywhere, but that may be a result of the stress from starting this with a cold. Also ate a lot of chocolate, but I don't have any empirical evidence that suggests there's cause and correlation between ingesting chocolate and breaking out in acne, so that's speculation, and sort of I digress. I have another 4 pounds to go, but again, I need to go over that because that's not all muscle. I've still got, even though I've cleared my system this morning, I've got a lot of food in my gut. Oh, and I also need to note that I have to travel for work in a week, which means the last quarter of this project I will not have access to my dungeon of cat pee, and traveling always messes up eating. So, another twist. Hey, thank you for watching. I'm sure you want to see how the experiment unfolds because you've watched this far. Me too. Will I hit that 161.5 pound mark? Will I be eaten by a bunch of hungry bluegills? Well, I'll be releasing part 2 about a week from the release of this video, so you can check the link in the description below, or you can simply just subscribe and get notified. That's free by clicking on this little icon over here in the bottom right hand corner of the video screen. Thank you again for watching. Whatever your positive fitness goals are, good luck.
Rico.